Hey Goldies, welcome to excuse me, my son video.
What?
It's the same vlog. Hey Goldies, welcome to another video. I'm so used to saying vlog. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about design ideas that I'm currently loving, and most of these ideas I've gotten off of Pinterest. All of them. If you're like me, you love to browse Pinterest for inspo. I love to browse Pinterest for design, fashion, just about any kind of inspo. But mostly design, because I'm an architectural designer. That's what I mostly am on there pinning. And so I thought I'd start a new series just talking about stuff on there that I'm really loving. I was actually inspired by her channel name. Her name is Phoebe Taylor on YouTube, and she does a lot of fashion stuff, but I think she's an interior designer, so she does a lot of crossover between interior design and fashion videos. I really like her content, so this inspired me to create this video, or a series I should say. Excuse me, my son. What? So without further ado, let's get into the design ideas I'm currently loving on Pinterest. Okay, first we're gonna start with glass brick. So in this first image, it's being used as a divider sort of in a bedroom, and I really like it because there's like this juxtaposition of like opacity but not really, or privacy I should say, but not really, because you can still see inside. It just gives this really like nice mix of materials with the wood, the dark wood, the lighter wood floors, the fabrics, and you have the glass brick. And normally I would see glass brick without mortar, at like mortar lines, and in this one I think it looks really cool, creating like this grid effect, which I really love. This next one used within a wall, and its room looks very sculptural in its design sense, like the top threshold being curved. There's a bit of an offset from that wall at the back. There's an offset from the glass brick being further back, and then there's like a ledge. So I thought that this was a cool way to bring more light into the space, and also keep that sculptural like artistic element in the whatever space this is. This could be like a reading space or a lounge area in this home. I think it's really gorgeous. Next, I'm sorry, I'm looking down at my laptop, so that's why I'm always on the Chanel store facade. It's used differently. On the Chanel facade, it's being used as cool like artistic way of seeing sort of inside the store, but not really. The glass is much thinner than what we would normally see with the thick square ones. It's more of a rectangular shape, and they're of course smaller, and there's a juxtaposition with the bricks being inlaid and sticking out as well. I think it's really beautiful. Not a lot of people use glass brick as just like a whole entity on itself on a facade. It's always used like how I've showed you, with in portions of spaces to create a play on visuals or like privacy. Here, I think this one for the stairs, these stairs look really cool. And another, like the Chanel facade, these are different because they're larger. I've never seen them really this large before, and there's no mortar in between like the Chanel, and I feel like it looks clean. And I just think it's a really cool play on, like, you know, those stairs that don't have risers on the back, if you know what I'm talking about. There's a tread and a riser, so the riser's missing, so it looks like you might just slip in there and fall. Like, I feel like these stairs kind of look like there's nothing there, but there is. I really like it. Another one is this photo here. I feel like, I don't know if these are backlit or not. Oh, there's opacity. One of the brick sets are a little bit more opaque than the others, so it plays with the lights and shadows falling down. So there's a play on the opacity of the glass brick. There's also a mortar here to create division, and I think this is really cool because most places they're all transparent so you can see through the glass, and here there's a bit more opaque and transparent to play with lighting and shadow. You hear? That's my son, all right? I can't, he doesn't listen. He doesn't care that I'm recording. He'd be like, there she go with the camera again. This one is used as a divider, and I think this is maybe in a store, a cafe, maybe a hotel. It's kind of like the Chanel ones, small and thin bricks, but like these are more longer, and it's also being curved, like placed in a curved instance where besides acting like a divider, it takes on the form of the table that's like set behind it, which I think is really, there's like a lot of things you can do with glass brick, and I think like I feel like it was mostly used like maybe in the 70s and 50s or whatever, and people stopped using them because they thought they were ugly. But I always, even in school when people would bring out glass brick, they'd be like, ew, and I'd be like, but it's kind of cool, it looks nice, I like it. That's why it's first on my list here. Again, we have it here. It's not really a brick, but it's still glass inlaid in like these square, I don't know what's the word. It's an invisible glass design exhibit, and I think it's amazing. It's a divider, I believe. I love the play on the shape and making it round. Like, I would totally have this in my house. My future house is gonna have glass brick. I promise, 100%. We'll have glass brick somewhere. And this again is another instance where it's curved. I feel like the juxtaposition with the curves with the furniture and the curves in the wall go really well together. And it's also being used as a sort of divider, letting light in. There's a bit of texture to this glass, so it plays also with the light and colors outside, which I think is really cool. Next, we're moving on to sculptural furniture. Sculptural furniture is why I want to be a furniture designer. One day I'll be a renowned furniture designer, but I'm working on it. So my first piece here looks like it's an office space, all right? Because the logo in the back, I figure it's an office space. I'm in love with this table. The huge round stone, the cantilevered wood slab. Like, there's nothing more for me to say about this. It's an art piece, but it's also a piece of furniture. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun recording this. Another sculptural piece of furniture. I love this patina mirror. I love this sink. There's one area that like the water pours into, and then the water pours out of that patina brown dish, and it pours down into the basin at the bottom, and you wash your hands there. Like, to me, this is very sculptural, very artsy. I am obsessed, and I also am obsessed with bronze, which we will talk about a bit later. It probably costs so much money. But I'm looking at it as like, can I DIY this in my future home? Like, would I be able to do it? I think I could. Another piece of sculptural furniture that I'm loving is this chair. It has a round back, and I love the play on materials. It's half fabric and half wood, and I love the fabric because of all the textures and colors on there. It's not your typical, what's that fuzzy, I forget the name of that fuzzy white beige fabric that everyone loves on their furniture right now. I absolutely hate it. I have one of my two kitchen stools had that fabric on it, and my goal was always to switch it out because I like the shape of my stools, but I hated that fabric, and now I hate it even more. And it's on my list of projects to like switch that fabric out. I'm obsessed with this fabric. I love it. It reminds me of like nature, moss, like going into the forest, and then you have like this nice dark, maybe teak wood, I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful wood, and it's beautifully finished and soft, and then you have like all of those textures on the fabric on the chair. Really nice. totally artsy. Another piece of sculptural furniture, but I wouldn't say furniture, it's a sculptural light. I'm obsessed with this, the like whole sea trend. This light to me is like very artsy, very sculptural. It looks like a jellyfish, but it's also a light pendant. The wires, the lighting, I think is very intricate, very delicate, but at the same time, it looks very dirty with like the dome at the top. I'm obsessed with it. Let's talk about room dividers. I love a room divider to like, of course, divide up your space. Let's say you have an open floor plan. Room dividers such as these, like this wooden room divider, is very minimal, but also very sculptural and very much a statement in your space to divide up your space. So, and you can use it for storage. So I really like this because it's multifunctional. And then you can also have dividers like the ones I've showed you with the glass brick, or just like the inlaid glass. And there's also like dividers that are made out of solid materials like this patinaed metal with like the green shades on it. Looks very artsy, looks very much like a sculpture in a space, and it's creating like different zones as well. I'm really obsessed with this green. It also reminds me of the forest. I feel like you can kind of see the trees in here a little bit. I'm obsessed. Okay, next we're moving on to bronze patina. I love me some bronze. I love mixing metals. All right, I'm obsessed with it. I've always been obsessed with it since architecture school, and I'm still obsessed with it. Some friends, like when they ask me for my like design expertise, and they're like, can I mix this gold and this and that? I'm like, yes, please do. Don't like just buy one thing because it's only gold and you want everything else to be gold. Like, mix it up. Mix up your woods, mix up your fabrics, mix up your metals. Like, that's what brings your own personal character and style and taste into a space. This bronze kitchen. This kitchen has this bronze patina, or like some type of metallic patina on both the cabinets and the lower cabinets, and also the countertop, which I think is so beautiful. Like, it looks so amazing. The material is kind of reflective as well, which I think just adds more to the space. I can't say enough about how much I love this idea. I haven't seen much people do it. I've seen people do it with like silver metal, but not like too much with this type of bronze patina, like old vintage looking metal. Another one is this sink area, which I believe is also in a kitchen, and it's just on the backsplash, shelf, and countertop, and also the fixtures. It's so beautiful. It's good. It's like a gold. It looks like it could have been sanded on the backsplash to create more dimension, more je ne sais quoi. It's beautiful, and I think with the gold, with the black, it looks very high end. I think this material just makes any space look high end and beautiful. Here it's being used on a fridge. It's like a gold patina bronze metallic surface on a fridge, and I think it looks so beautiful inlaid behind the white nook that's bumped out, and then using storage up top is also really cool. But I think this fridge looks like a chef's fridge. Like you're a chef in your house. Like you be chefing now with this fridge. That's what it looks like. All right, like you don't play games when it comes to cooking your food, so you get a nice fridge, a nice bronze patina fridge. Of course, I brought this up earlier with the sculptural furniture section, but this bronze patina sink situation with the mirror, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Brings like your bathroom to life. all right? Instead of using those basic white fixtures in your bathroom or black, or even the wood basic under cabinets and countertops, I think this is really cool. Also, what, like mixing it with stone, I think is really beautiful. All right, moving on. Statement doors and thresholds. I love me a statement door. Architects are known for always creating a statement door in their projects. They love it. So this door is all wood, but the handles are like this bronze patina handle, and it's also a sculptural type of element on the door, which already looks like a sculptural element. It's large and it's beautiful. You can't really, it's very minimal. At the same time, you can't see any of the hardware, but it looks very structurally sound. This door, there's an architect famous for these doors, inlaid shapes to create opacity. I can't remember his name, but these doors, I feel like I see them mostly when I go to like Mexico. Yeah, places like Mexico, I see designs like this all the time. When I was in Mexico City, I saw a lot of doors like this. It was so beautiful. I like this door is huge. I think these squares at the bottom are more of a solid material, and then at the top is open, allow light and whatever through. And then the door handle itself is a sculptural element as well. This threshold is beautiful, made of wood. It's large, sculptural, round, but also a bit like rigid. It's definitely creating an experience walking through the space, going from one space to the other. This is another patina door. It looks like it's a metal door with a black and brown patina on it. The door handle, another sculptural door handle that's beautiful, and also definitely creating another experience going from outside the house to inside. I think also this door is really beautiful. I love how the color, the black color, goes not just on the door but also on the wall, and creating that wiggly separation between where the door is and the continuation of the space, the wall, and the transparency from outside to inside with the fluted glass inlaid in there, creating shape, creating light, different aspects of light shining through. Really beautiful. Next up, sunken living room. I love a sunken living room. I'm obsessed with a sunken living room. Like when I have my future home, I definitely want one. This I love because of the curved aspect of the sunken living room. I really always see square shaped ones or rectangular ones. I love this one because it's curved in a perhaps looks like it might be a square space or a rectangular space. I think sunken living rooms are, they're just everything. I like how they can be a space within a space. This one is a typical square one that I would see normally in, usually if I look up a sunken living room. I love it. I love the the inlay on the outside, stairs to come in. I love the material they're using. This one is also a cool one. It's half curved and the other half is like linear, and I feel like the stairs are all around, but you can also sit on those areas. You can come into the living room from all three of those sides, but also you can make seating on any three of those sides as well. Statement stairs. Excuse my dog. He's quite upset. Statement stairs, mostly railing, right? I love a statement stair. I just am obsessed. The railings, like an artistic element to the railings, just set it off for me. I love these because they're not your typical, like what you would see in an everyday space, but you can put them in an everyday space like your home. I love the play on materials on this stair, the coils, and then the bronze ball. Beautiful. This one looks very artsy. The curves and just curvilinear aspect of just everything that they've done with both the railings, the balusters, just everything. It's beautiful, and I could definitely see this in someone's home, like a high-end home or a museum type of space with multi-level. And bringing back also the glass brick stair. Not your typical stair, but it's beautiful. It can be both outdoors or indoors. It's a beautiful sculptural piece that could be inside, and outside you can, I would like not really use it outside because it gets wet. It might be slippery, but I would still do it. Next up, we have seashells. I'm a girl from the Caribbean. I have seashells all over my house. All right, I used to travel in my younger years. During those travels, I collected many seashells. I have a few huge chunky seashells in my house that one day I'm going to convert into light fixtures, but for now, or maybe even use some of them like what I'm about to show you here. So first up, we have this seashell being used as, a shower head in a bathroom, and I love it. Like, absolutely love it. It just creates a new dynamic in your space. Like I was saying, it brings that self-care element to your bathroom to another level. Another seashell aspect that I love is this sink. I think it's more of a sculptural piece with this patina faucet coming out. I absolutely love it. I can see this outside, inside. It's beautiful and it's minimal. I'm not one for the bulky storage units underneath sinks in bathrooms. I just think it's so tacky sometimes. It can be done well, but at most time it just looks tacky. I hate it. Next, we have the seashell being used as another faucet into what looks like a stone basin sink. And it's also, I have one of my seashells kind of looks like this seashell actually, and I just love it. It's so beautiful. This looks like it's inside someone's home. It's very minimal. It's another piece of character that's just your own that you won't really see in anyone else's home. I think it's really beautiful. Oh, this one I'm absolutely obsessed with. I've thought about doing this one with another one of my seashells. It's a light pendant and it's being used on a bedside. It's very minimal but also sculptural at the same time. I love it. I hope you do too. Next is indoor outdoor. I love when a space can bring the indoors to the outdoors and the outdoors to the indoors. And by that I mean having plants in your showers, like this photo here, or this plant hanging out of the ceiling. It's like a living organism within something that's very superficial. Another way of bringing the indoor to the outdoor is with transparency. You can see with this statement door, but also there's just glass on the side, so you can totally see both outside and inside. You can see from the indoor and outdoor, from the space from when you walk in and walk out, but also from the inside you can still feel like you're outside, seeing all the plants and the exterior. Another way to bring indoor and outdoor together is having an outdoor shower. I love this outdoor shower. I love the blue tiles, the metallic fixtures, the stone faucet. Like, I think it's really beautiful. That's another thing I would like in my future home, is an outdoor shower by my pool, which I'm gonna have. My husband doesn't know it, but we're gonna have it. But an outdoor shower, I just love it. I love when I go back home and certain places that I go to sometimes have outdoor showers, and like it feels so great to take a shower outside. I don't know what it is about it. Also, I really am obsessed with this fireplace outdoors. I think it's another way of bringing the indoors outdoors. Don't really use fireplaces. Like, I feel like some people have fireplaces outside. I can't lie. I have seen that. But I just feel like the way that this is made, it kind of looks like a chimney, but also bringing it outside so it can be more open. I think it's really cool. And the white bricks with the black interior, the linear aspect of the structure going up, creating more of a visually pleasing aspect with your eyes being able to look up. A lot of times with designs, architects think about that. How can we draw your eye to a higher level than you always staying at this same plane or always looking down? Like, I used to be someone that always looked down, but I'm training myself to look up more, because if you find yourself doing that more, you'll feel better. That's another thing that goes into designing a space. Another way of bringing the indoor and outdoors together, this type of divider that's in a grid made out of what I believe is wood, all along this threshold, which at the bottom takes you from inside the house or garage to the outside, but also is bringing in the plants, sunlight, air to the inside space. I'm obsessed with this. And I'm pretty sure this person lives in a climate that it doesn't snow, because then that would be an issue. But you know, if you live in a tropical space, this is like ideal. Even when it rains, it'll be all right. Just get some draining. Another indoor outdoor moment here with this bathroom, I should say, with this bathroom and the glass windows behind. I think there's a portion of it that's a wall, that's a door that you can open to go outside. I love how it can feel like you're still outside taking a bath, but you're still inside. Moving on to standalone bathtubs. So we're gonna continue with this image again. I love a standalone bathtub. I just love it. Like clawfoot tubs, any type of tub that's like by itself, not attached to the shower or whatever, I am obsessed with. It takes your self-care to a whole nother level. This one I love because it's round, completely round, unlike any other bathtub I've ever seen in a long time. I just love how comfortable and relaxing it looks, and it's black, like a patinaed black material. Next is this maroon one. I don't know what I would call this, but it's like an earthy red color. The material looks like a earthy stone like type of material, mix of material, and it's more of a typical shaped rug, typical shaped bathtub that's long and probably curved on the both ends. But to me, the color is just so beautiful. Another idea that I love is like putting a bathtub outside. The stone one looks like it's probably for maybe birds or like animals of some sort. I would make it larger for myself. I also like the idea of having some animals and birds to come and play in. I know for a fact if I had a yard and I had this in my yard, my son would be in there for sure, 100,000% with all of his toys. So that's all for my design ideas I'm loving. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found some design ideas that you probably didn't know about or are too obsessed with. And if you are, or if you did find something you liked in this video, or have something that you already liked and I mentioned it in this video, please comment below and tell me what it is. I'd love to know. Thank you Pinterest for all these inspo things. Thank you very much. But yeah, Goldies, thank you for watching, and I can't wait in the next one. Bye.